Hi everybody, Marco Carbajo here from businesscreditbuilders.org. Today's video we're going to talk about how to get a gas card for your business. In this video today, we're going to share with you an actual gas card you can get that can be used for unleaded gasoline or diesel fuel. You can save money at premier gas stations or at any gas station using this fuel card. Best of all, this is an easy approval gas card. You don't have to be a truck driver. You don't have to be an owner operator. You can, if you use your vehicle just for day-to-day business use, whether it's just a car or a truck, this is the video for you. So let's get started. So this particular company I'd like to introduce you to is called RCPA. It's the RCPA Gas Card. This is a fairly new gas card that's available to you. And what's great about it is it's available to all business owners. So you could be a startup business with little to no revenues coming through your business. You could be a truck driver that's been operating for quite some time. You don't even have to be a truck driver. You can use this gas card for just day-to-day fuel purchases for your business. This is a gas card that has to be used for commercial use though. You can't use this for personal fuel for your vehicle. So if you run your business and you're using your vehicle for business purposes, that's why you want to use this card. Now also this can be used at gas stations anywhere accepting MasterCards. This does have the MasterCard logo on the gas card. You get higher rebates at their premier fuel stations that they have, which is over 20,000 of them. But you can use this anywhere, so you're not restricted. Some fuel cards will only let you use it at specific gas stations. This can be used anywhere. This will help you reduce fuel costs. Now, as far as how does it work when it comes to using your gas card, this is a net 7-day approval card. What that means is basically when you use your card, everything that you use on this card as far as fuel purchases has to be paid net 7 the following week. Okay, so once you're approved for this card, you can receive your gas card in 4 to 7 business days, so it's fairly quick. You're going to go to companyfuelcard.com. I'm going to go into some more details, so don't go there yet and apply, because I'm going to share with you some other the benefits of this card. This is accepted at over 500,000 gas stations. Like I said, there's 21,000 premier vendor locations that allow you to save more money if you tend to fuel up at these particular locations. You do get a standard discount on fuel, so you're saving money of 1.5 cents per gallon on unleaded, 3 cents a gallon on diesel. That's if you're using it at gas stations that are not a premier vendor location for RCPA. Now, if you use your fuel card at one of their premier locations, you're going to save much more money. You're going to save 10 cents on unleaded and 12 cents on diesel. You get a dedicated account manager. To date, they've already paid over $2.5 million in rebates to cardholders of this gas card. They do pay their rebates out every quarter. Some of the premier vendors, this is just a snapshot, and obviously on their website, once you get your card, you can locate where all their premium vendors are. But these are just some of their premier vendors where you do get that higher discount on your fuel costs. Their credit limits are really flexible, so it's really dependent on how much fuel you plan to use. So when you apply for this, they do ask you, how much fuel do you plan to spend every single week for this card, and they're very flexible and generous on the credit limits they're going to offer to you, but they're only going to offer to you what you plan to use. Okay, so you want to make sure you know how much fuel costs you're going to accumulate on a weekly basis. Now they do have custom spending control, so if you have other employees that are going to be using this fuel card, you could set limits on how much in fuel purchases. You can even restrict usage of the card to just fuel only and not other costs that are associated that you can get at gas stations. 10 cents off gasoline on your premier stations, like I said, 12 cents on the diesel. An option is you can also pay your net 7-day bill with this fuel card using one of your credit cards. So if you're someone who's really adamant of getting your points and you want to make sure you benefit from getting that cash back rewards on your credit card for your business, you can use a business credit card to pay your fuel card bill. That way you're kind of double dipping, okay? So that's something that you can do, not a problem with that. The requirements, what does it take to get approved? This is the best part because there's no minimum credit score. If you happen to have a 580 credit score or lower, and they do a soft credit check, they don't do a hard pull for this card. They're going to do a soft pull only on your Experian report. So you can always check your credit report to see where your score is at, your FICO score. But if you're below 580, they may require you to provide a security deposit to get this card if you're under 580. If not, then more than likely you're going to get an unsecured approval for this card. They do pull, like I said, Experian. There's no minimum age requirement for your business. So that's another, like I said, this is one of the most easiest approval gas cards you can get. They're not going to run a business credit check on you. They're not going to require bank statements. If you do want to waive the personal guarantee, then they may require additional information. They may want to see 3 months of bank statements, or they may want to do a further review if you're not willing to provide a personal guarantee, especially if you're a startup. Now, there's no revenue requirements. It just does not report to your personal credit, and this also does not report to a business credit agency. You can use this as a trade reference when you're filling out a credit app, but this is a non-reporting card. But this is a card that you can use to obviously separate your fuel expenses from your traditional business expenses. This is also a card, like I said, you can use your business credit card to pay your fuel card costs and double dip as well. This is very simple to apply to get this card. All you're going to do is go to companyfuelcard.com. It's a really simple application. There's no setup fees that you have to worry about. There's no monthly fees. There's no annual fees on this card. So this is probably, I would have to say, one of the easiest and best types of gas cards to get, especially if you're a small business owner. This is the form. When you go to companyfuelcard.com, it's going to take you to this form. All you need to do is fill this out right here and click submit. Devin over at RCPA, he's going to be contacting you to get you set up with this card. So that's how simple this process is in getting this company fuel card. I want to kind of give you a quick example of using a credit card versus using your RCPA gas card. If right now you're using your credit card to pay for your fuel costs, or even a personal credit card, you want to get away from using a personal credit card for your fuel costs for your business. But this is just an example for you. This particular card is really great for you business owners that you're not a truck driver, or you don't have diesel fuel. You need unleaded gasoline for your vehicle. You're not an owner operator. You're just a business owner. This is a great card for you. But let's just say you have one vehicle and you use 2,000 gallons a month. This is the example. The average gas price for unleaded $3.29. Your average cashback reward on a business credit card or on a personal credit card, let's say it's 2%. So if you did that amount of usage every single month, you would get about $131.60 cash back from using that credit card. If that's all you did for your fuels, you're currently using a credit card with a 2% cashback reward. So in essence, you're spending about $64.48 a month. So you're saving some money there. But let's just say you move that over to an RCPA gas card. Instead of using this credit card for all your fuel, now what are the benefits of using RCPA? Well, if you took that same example, you're going to save on the fuel costs, and you're using it, let's say, at a premier vendor location gas station like we just talked about. You get 10 cents a gallon off unleaded gas. You're saving $200 a month. So what happens is, instead of spending $6,500 a month, you're only spending $63.80 a month. So you're going to save some money, and your fuel costs are going to drop. In essence, what happens is you're saving $828 per truck per year. So you're saving more money by using RCPA as opposed to getting cashback rewards. But like I said, what you can do is use your fuel card, and then when your bill comes in for your fuel card, you can use your cashback card to pay that invoice. Okay, so you can still do both. You can still benefit cashback rewards, but also you can get your money on your fuel discounts. This is a really exciting example for those of you who are looking to, where can I save money, where can I get cashback rewards. This is a great tool to add to your business arsenal as far as credit goes. So again, you're going to go to companyfuelcard.com. If you're looking for other ways to get funding for your business, let's say you don't have a business credit card. You've been using your personal credit card. You've been using your debit card. Well, I just shared with you a gas card you can get to use for your business. We have a done for you funding program. I've talked about this on many different videos, but we also do loans and lines of credit and equipment financing. So we have many different funding products for you. But for business credit card funding, that's one of our most popular because of the fact that it's a no-doc program. We don't look at financials, tax returns. You don't need to provide any type of financial statements. This is strictly based on the credit worthiness of you as an individual and the age of your business. You can be a startup though for this. But this is a great way for you to not only get access to unsecured credit at 0% APR on purchases, but also help you build business credit very quickly. We acquire 4 to 5 cards for you in the first round of funding, and these will help you build business credit, and it takes 14 to 20 days for us to finish the process. But this is a way for you to raise a significant amount of credit available for your business. And like I talked about in many videos, you want to watch this last week's video. We talked about how to get large credit limits when you go through this program. We also have a do-it-yourself business credit building system for those of you who are looking to more hands-on. You also want for other strategies and ways for you to build business credit, let's say without using your personal credit. Then I recommend our business credit building system. This is a platform that's available for you. You just go to businesscreditbuilders.org. This will provide you a huge array of access to credit sources. Just go to Business Credit Builders, and here's our website where we have our business credit building system. You just click this top tab, and this pre-qualify now tab is if you're looking for done for you funding. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Click subscribe. That way you're always notified when we come out with new videos on building business credit. With that, make it a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.